And I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow.
Oh boy. That's exciting. Regular doctor or
Surgeon.
Oh, talking about your hand?
No.
Oh, your
Colon. Yeah.
Oh,
Hemorrhoids.
Ah. That's one thing I'm glad I don't have.
Yeah, he said, you know, what they did last time, and he explained it to me. I went, yeah, that's not what we did this time. This time we would remove 2 of them totally with surgery, and it will hurt more, and it'll be more trauma than before. I went, oh, joy. And I said, do I have to do that? He said, no, you don't have to. But I want another colonoscopy. I want another colonoscopy so you can make sure you don't have something else going on bad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay, let's do that. He said if we were going to do surgery, it would probably be November. I said, well, November would be a good time frame. Because by then there won't be any projects outside of the local stuff that I'd be doing.
I don't know, maybe if they did it that way, they wouldn't come back, maybe. No idea, but...
All they did last time is they went in there with an ultrasound probe and they sealed off the blood vessel. They didn't take out the...
so it kind of died on its own.
Well, it's still alive.
Oh.
It just doesn't bleed like it used to. But it doesn't mean it...
Maybe that's what you're getting problems with.
Well, it's 3 things that are unhappy. The stomach, the lower intestine,
your advanced stage,
and the hemorrhoids. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on. 3 spots are unhappy. But I may have strained them, and when I was having the swollen hand, I started taking this baby aspirin, which, according to Dr. Josie, may have kicked the whole thing loose. Really? Of course, if you're picking up furniture,
you were
throwing it around, probably not good for your hemorrhoids. Or
not good for everything, honestly.
Yeah, so I said, and now I was a little bit bleeding this morning, but only if you wipe carefully would you notice. I went in there and cleaned that up.
That's more excitement than anybody on YouTube wants to hear.
Cleaned it up, and I went back in, and I'm not bleeding now at all. So that's a good thing.
I apologize, anybody on YouTube who's watching
or
listening.
More iron.
Iron helps us play.
So, I don't want new parts again.
Yeah.
Said it's wear and tear.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Friday I gotta see the vet guy, and I'm gonna tell him to wait on submitting new x-rays and an MRI and another colonoscopy.
Yeah, what I'm getting really worried about is I'm worried about the that pill I'm taking with my liver.
Yep.
The difolic stuff for your anti-inflammatory stuff.
Yep.
Which is, it really supposed to help, but clear out the anti-inflammatory stuff, but if you take too much of it over a period of time, it can cause liver issues.
Yep.
And I definitely don't want to have liver issues.
Nope.
It's like, there's enough things wrong with me, I don't need that hurting or that having a problem.
Well, my hemoglobin was slightly below normal the other day, so now that I'm taking iron, it should be fine.
That usually isn't a problem with me.
Yeah, well, you're not 72.
No, I'm not. I'll be 40 next year.
Yeah, I know.
As scary as that thought is.
And I retired from the Air Force at 42. Could have retired at 38. Maybe should have. Academic at this point. So every day this week I've got something I got to do. And not only do I got to see the vet guy tomorrow, I got 2 funerals. Took your stuff this morning?
Yes, I did.
Well, your coughing last night had me worried about you.
Little teeny bit of coughing.
Well, it was enough to make me nervous. Cracks in our natural gas line.
Ours?
Yep. I told the guy yesterday, he said, I'll get out there and take a look at that. I asked him about the other things. He said, I'm swamped. I said, that's fine.
Yeah.
I won't worry about that.
Oh, yeah. Some people, I mentioned that thing about the milk aftertaste thingy on Facebook. Yeah. Guess what? 3 people said no, they told me, oh, got COVID. I said, I never had COVID.
Yeah. Well,
and the milk tasted just fine 2 weeks ago.
Well,
why is it, 2 different companies? Why does it have like a metal aftertaste to it?
Well, maybe you did get COVID.
I did not get COVID.
I think
I'd probably be dead.
You were sick for 4 hours or something like that.
No, I wasn't. Surprisingly, I haven't been sick.
You were.
I haven't been sick since 2019.
Well, in our case,
all these people during this stinking pandemic crap, and I'll say this pandemic crap. It seemed like it was. I mean, yes, people lost their lives. I understand. People got sick, whatever.
People were really sick.
But I have asthma. I have severe asthma. When I was coughing like I have for like the last 30 years during the pandemic, they all looked at me like I had the stupid crap. And I was wearing the stinking mask, and they were all sitting around buddy right next to each other, no mask. And it was like they looked at me like I was the source of the plague. I'm like,
don't know.
I'm not going to get it. I'm just sitting way far away from you.
Don't know. We got through it. It's a lot.
And then some of them did get COVID.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Jerry got it twice.
Yeah. I was like, and y'all kept going to coffee too.
Yeah, well.
No masks either. Out in public, no masks.
Well, we did.
I had plenty. I bought a lot of masks.
We backed off from.
And then people that pissed at me for buying masks, they was like, oh, you don't need all those masks. You should take them to the hospital. I'm like, I think the people at the hospital probably had better masks than what I bought.
Well, the thing is,
in fact, I still have some of those masks.
It could be a good thing to have it.
It came into a help last year a lot. We had to go to all those medical places even though we were vaccinated. Although, how many times has Dingo in charge been vaccinated and he still got it?
Everybody's got it. At least once, I think.
I haven't had it.
Well, Mom and I had it, so if you were gonna.
I know, that was the funny thing is, you guys had it, and I was still in that same house, and I felt perfectly fine. I never lost any taste at all. No sniffles, really, even. None of these symptoms that everybody says all these people had and stuff. Nothing.
Our sinuses were annoying more than anything.
I didn't even have that. And I was next to you guys. That's a funny thing. And that was the time that we hadn't even been vaccinated.
Nope. We had been vaccinated. Yeah.
No.
But I didn't get the COVID officially until I had 2 shots and a booster. And we were up for another booster, and I said, I don't think I'm going to get a booster. I got COVID. And I went and talked to the doctor. Does it make any sense to get these second boosters? He said, nope. It's not relevant for the new versions. And I went, okay, so now they want to build a new shot.
Oh yeah, now they want to have a new yearly one.
I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
Well, I started to wonder about that too. And I talked about this.
I will ask my doctor and see what she says.
This new yearly one that they want to do, which
hopefully they test it.
Well, yeah, let's see. That's some of the joyous funds that have come out of that. Some of this data has come out of some of these ones, and you start to wonder. Because I remember when they first came out with the vaccine from Pfizer, they said, and to go through all the medical data and everything, it would take an army of researchers 1,300 years to go through all the data. I'm like, how did the freaking FDA go through this crap in like 6 weeks?
As soon as the election was over, it was good.
Yeah.
But until the election was over, it wasn't.
Yeah, no.
They held it up just to try to hurt Trump.
Yeah, probably.
Yep, no doubt about it.
I don't know, honestly.
Yep.
Who knows what the amount of research they had to do and tests
I
and
don't know. I'm not a
setbacks
molecular biologist or anything.
no. I'm sure there was a lot of setbacks, testings, and other things.
Yep.
You know.
I'm assuming your sister's coming over
I
here.
have no idea, honestly. I'm really surprised we haven't had a hurricane yet.
Might be on its way.
Maybe it might be, but I mean, it's just I'm
They were
really
screaming
surprised.
that too, and so far we haven't had it.
Yeah, I know. They said this year was supposed to be really, really active.
Apparently not.
Right. Well, they had for most of August they had July and August they had the waves coming off Africa were dust, which might have dropped, but they've had a couple out in the Atlantic, but nothing really big.
Okay, wait.
They had one that was up by Nova Scotia off the coast.
Oh, we can get them in October.
They had a tropical storm that was over by Puerto Rico and then headed north and heading over east and died.
When I went to Cancun,
really hasn't been anything.
I was there. I left Cancun on like about the 30th of September.
Yeah.
And we had a tropical storm the day we flew in, like on a Monday.
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah. But it was a tropical storm at the end of October.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean it can happen. It's just
It beat up the beaches pretty good.
Well, September 10th is supposedly the peak of the season.
Yeah, it's
and we have had nothing yet.
And we've had almost no tornadoes either. Almost.
We have had a few in North Dakota,
but not too many in our
surprisingly.
neighborhood.
No, but we really haven't had a lot in our neighborhood in a while either. But they had some just south. They had some on radar. They had some brief touchdowns south of Minot. About a month ago. Yeah, so they've had a few. And then the one that was over by Velva.
Oh yeah.
That dropped down that dropped down 3 of them actually in the one area. One of them I think did some minor farm damage. I think some like posts and machines and stuff.
Took your stuff.
Yes, I took the shit.
Thank you.
Took my drugs. Took my Advair. Some of the Advair's things to break up your mucus and other junk in your lungs. Among other things.
Yep.
Now, if I start having a massive coughing fit while I'm grabbing you, then it might be time to worry.
We'll park next to park, make sure we give it room.
Oh, it's fun. 3 flex alert in California yesterday. Which is, I guess, their highest level.
Level 3 what?
Level 3 flex alert, which is apparently their highest level.
Is that for power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said the grid was really strained yesterday. Now they said that due to a few court battles, they're no longer allowed to have rolling blackouts.
Well, then everybody's going down.
Well, they said they're bringing additional big, huge generators up to run.
Well, if they wouldn't have got rid of all the old stuff, they'd have been fine.
Yeah, well, there you go.
The new and improved ain't working.
Well, yeah, all that solar and other things that
Just
they
can't keep up.
is great until the
Yeah.
sun sets.
Yeah, then you're dead.
And the solar's not really there anymore.
Guess what?
Which is right in that
You
time
can't-
frame that they telling people to conserve.
And you can't get enough off the moon bounce whenever full moon is.
No.
Not enough moon energy from the moon reflecting energy.
No.
So,
There's not enough wind turbines out there to really do anything.
well, if it doesn't blow that day, you got a problem.
Yeah. But it's not just on that part of the grid, it's all over the west part of the west U.S.
Well, yeah.
Death
It'll
Valley.
be 100 degrees.
Death Valley and Vegas and San Francisco and a whole bunch of other places.
Well,
It's
up,
not just LA,
up into Oregon.
Yeah,
and Idaho.
Washington even.
Yeah, Idaho, Montana.
Now, if you're right on the coast, it's probably not too bad. But
Depends which way the wind's blowing.
yeah.
If the wind's blowing from Santa Ana, from the desert, you're going to be hot.
There's 3 major strikes that are potentially going to happen soon. The railroads could be striking soon. FedEx and UPS may strike around Black Friday.
Perfect.
Yeah. All with the same kind of concerns. They not get paid enough for inflation. They're worked to the bones.
Yeah.
The corporate idiots don't care. They don't care about safety. They have no air conditioning in any of their trucks.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So FedEx trucks don't have any air conditioners. The UPS trucks have no air conditioners.
And the postal trucks don't have air.
Postal trucks don't have air conditioning. That's probably the next people to strike too. So, and they really haven't hired a lot of workers since they let a lot of them go after the pandemic.
Yep.
And the few that stayed on, or a few of them that got hired, aren't It's the same thing with the railroad workers. They don't want to hire a whole bunch of them and then the ones that they did have hired, when they let them go at the pandemic, they literally just told them, "F you," basically. And yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And they said, well, some of these trucks don't have heaters in them.
Oh, that's nuts.
So the winter climates, yeah, they have nothing in them really.
That's nuts.
Well, you look at all the FedEx and UPS trucks. Unless they're driving some of these newer vans, they're all vehicles that are basically modeled from stuff that was developed in the 70s. They're basically, they might be new variants, but they're all basically something that was derived from the 1970s.
The guy I talked to that was a mechanic for FedEx working on airplanes and vehicles said that the feds make them buy so many electric vehicles every year, and there's no way they can use them.
No.
They're going to force them right out of business.
That's great in areas that have the grid to handle it. But if you don't have the grid to handle it,
yeah.
like mine, we got one EV station in town.
On the north
One.
end. Yeah. And that's
Yes, some of these smaller ones that are not massive charger ones, there might be a couple here and there.
But not for...
But they're not the fast charge.
Probably not.
Yes, they're charging faster than your house would be.
But they're not the 20 minute charge.
No. There's only one of those. You got to have a 440 line to those suckers.
Yeah. Pretty dumb idea. They tried to sell it like it was ready. It's not ready.
Like one guy says, a Chevy Volt, and not that the Volts are that great or anything. It doesn't have the greatest thing. But like one guy says, you're going to save a lot of money from gas having one of these things. except when you have to replace the battery every 4 years. Well, the battery replacement is $27,000.
Yeah.
I'm like,
buy something like that.
Even with $5 gas, it's still cheaper than replacing that battery every 4 years.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, you're not gonna save any money. It'd be better if they just bought everybody a bunch of Priuses.
Well, or if they just had some 4-cylinder.
Like some of these European cars.
Manual 40.
No, some of these European vehicles
Diesel.
they're gas. Or they call it petrol. But some of them get a huge amount of range.
Yeah.
Because they're geared differently.
Oh yeah, they're not.
Some of them can get like 400 miles of range on a gas tank.
But they're not.
And they're running a 5-liter engine. But because they're geared,
27 gears in there instead
could
of
be.
8. Yeah. Well, that'd be almost $300. I'll bring it almost not far from $4,000 again. So. You okay? Is it my phone making that noise?
No, it's somebody's car thing.
Oh, okay.
Marketplace. I waved, did you like that?
I didn't wave back. 11. Oh my gosh. Kevin, I'm trying to talk to you on the phone. On the watch. Hang on, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?